Good afternoon again, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to BASF at K 2016. Our last live talk for today, but surely one of the most interesting live talks that we will have. We are going to talk about the RN30 concept car, which is standing right in front of us here. And I'm very happy that I do not only have the first woman on stage here for this live talk during K 2016, Nok Young Chil from our transportation team, but also Sven Wittke. He's a studio engineer at Hyundai Motors Technical Center in Rüsselsheim. Both of them have been involved with the RN30. Happy that you're here. Welcome. Sven, I know that you at Hyundai, you are also pretty excited about the RN30. Tell us a little more about the car, the idea.
The main idea of the car is to emphasize the i30, the current i30, which was presented in Paris 2016, this year, to emphasize in the direction how could this car be an end performance racing car. And this is the result.
We have to say N is a new brand, a new sub-brand that Hyundai will launch next year, probably. Can you tell us a little more about that?
The N brand is already launched.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, is there. Is launched already last year. So, and in this direction, there is already a development of new engines, a new drivetrain, a new layout of racing cars. In the certain categories, yeah, we would like to come in a lot of categories, a lot of racing categories.
Okay. Sven mentioned racing categories, Nok Young. Obviously, high performance is needed when it comes to racing. So what high performance products from BASF and solutions are inside the RN30?
Firstly, it's the lightweight materials we develop at BASF. And here I have to say the Hyundai design people had a special wish. They told us they would like to try out other materials than carbon fiber. Carbon fiber is well known in high performance cars. And, well, BASF, with your material competence, do you have alternatives? Can we try out other materials which are new, other composites? And that's why we had the workshop with them. And in our design fabrik, we then chose those high performance materials which are even more interesting than carbon fiber. Yeah.
Sven, what is it that you get from the cooperation with BASF? Is it a broad portfolio or also design inspiration?
What did I get? I got now a lot of names, material names. There are a lot of ultras, there are a lot of suns and amides, and I don't know. A lot of names, a lot of materials, and one name is really here inside. It's the Acrodur. This is one of these performance materials.
Yeah, we noticed that you are really, that you like that. Yeah.
So, and the Acrodur is in the car, and there's a little story behind. Acrodur is in the interior, and I said to the designers, Acrodur is not on the exterior. Yeah, why? Because Acrodur is water-based. If it would be on the exterior, then it would not be the right chosen as a performance material. Okay. So then we said, okay, on the exterior, it's not the Acrodur, it's the Acrodur look. And the material is the elastolite, right?
So you really know your product names. Probably you know more than Nok Young does, maybe. I don't know.
Well, I think this cooperation shows that different teams can complement each other. Yeah, we at BASF, we don't know so much about the aesthetics of a car or what people would like to see, but we know a lot about the functions of our materials. Yeah? For us, high performance means that it's very resistant to high temperature or to high mechanical loads, very resistant against chemicals, or if in a car it helps if the road conditions are very harsh. And I think a good product design goes together with functionality. And here the design team and the material team from BASF, yeah, we complemented each other, and therefore it was a good team.
Thank you.
It's not. I think it's not only about the materials that we are providing, but I know, Sven, that you also have been at the Design Fabrik, for example, and that there is also some simulation involved in the car. How important are these kind of extra services to you in a car company?
It's amazing. It's amazing to have this calculation because we can see what the product is in the future, in the near future. So we took the materials, we made this simulation, and we made a study how it can work in reality. And this was a boost for this kind of car.
Because I think you also had very little time to come up with this.
Exactly.
It was presented at the Paris Motor Show only about 2 weeks ago. So how much time did you have? Was it in comparison to other concept cars?
In comparison to other concept cars, normally we have, for instance, at the HED7, we had 1 year of design development phase. Here in this car, only 6 months, the half of a normal time. Really a racing project.
A racing project, exactly.
And a lot of things changed until the last moment, yeah?
Yeah.
This was also a challenge for the BASF project team. I mean, we are used to development project where there is a defined timeline, much larger than with a concept car, and you have a prototype, you have the simulation, but things don't change in the last minute. With a concept car, the material choice, for whatever reason, or the color of something can change in the last minute. And we had to adapt to that, and this was a challenge.
Exactly. And then if something changing, then there must be a solution. Yeah. And that's why this great cooperation was a big thing.
You already mentioned also the HED7 concept car, which was also an important one to Hyundai. It was presented 2010 at the Geneva Motor Show. If you compare the two projects, what has changed, what has developed in the collaboration of the two companies?
The HED7, if we remember, there we had a lot of future visions. Yeah, we tried out materials and technologies which are really new to the world, materials we didn't have in our portfolio at that time, yeah? Like organic solar cells or engine encapsulation technology. This time we said, let's do it different. We want a car which looks accessible, yeah? People who love racing should be able to afford such a car. So let's take materials which we have in our portfolio. Yeah, be a bit more realistic, but still be very creative, try out new things. That was
And then,
one thing.
by learning of the HED7, we were, at the beginning of this project, already encouraged.
Okay. Yeah.
So there was already the fun and the enthusiastic to go in this project by zero. And by zero, this was 6 months ago.
Yeah.
And there was a situation when we had to sign the contracts, because somehow there must be a deal to be here. Yeah. And then there were also some voices, can you really get this? And then we said, yeah, for sure. With this partner, with some material, with this logistic we already known, with this enthusiastic, we can get it. And this was the push.
So a huge amount of confidence already proven by the HED7. It has been here and surely one of the top highlights, not only of the BASF booth, but also of the K show in general. What is your impression? How has the feedback been? We have just talked to the hosts here who are answering questions all day. What's your feeling?
For me, to be honest, it's awesome. Because we, as an automotive specialists, now we are here at the K Fair among plastic specialists. And this is amazing. From designer, engineer, into the K Fair. Automotive in the K Fair. That's great.
I mean, there were people, when Mr. Wittke already mentioned, which were really interested in one material and they wanted explanation about the material they saw. But there were also a lot of people who said, no, thank you. I don't need a lot of explanations. I'm just looking because I like the car and I like how it looks. How much would the price be if I would buy it? So
How
in
much?
general, I asked somebody from the Hyundai team and they told me, well, you can answer like 30 to 50,000 in that range, yeah?
You agree, Sven?
Okay. It's okay.
It's okay.
You just made a side comment. You have been together also in the first project in the HED7, now the RN30. Basically, you have been more or less closely working together now for more than 7 years. You still say Mr. Wittke and Ms. Chö.
Yes.
Yes,
And
that's right.
there is a remarkable thing about you, Richard, yeah? Because in a meeting with the Hyundai design team, everybody of BASF saying, hello, Mr. Wittke, how are you, Mr. Wittke? May I introduce myself, Mr. Wittke? And then comes Richard from our communication team. Hey, Sven, old buddy, how are you? And I thought, huh, what's that?
So I think it's also time for you.
So I thought, okay, let's wait until the project is over, until it's a success, it's finished. And then I can also ask Mr. Wittke if we can be on first name basis. Yeah?
Yes, this would be really great. So I'm a bit surprised now, and
Yeah?
it seems to me really much better to say Nok-yong,
Okay.
because for Dr. Choi, there is Dr. Choi, there's Dr. Cho, Dr. Che,
Okay.
and I really prefer to say Nok-yong. Thank you very much.
So,
Hi, Sven.
Hello,
Nice.
Nok-yong. Nice.
thank you
Was a
very
pleasure.
much.
Congratulations on that car.
Thank you.
Thanks very much. Sven and Nok-yong will be here at the car. They're basically always at the car, so feel free to come closer, ask your questions. Thanks again for the wonderful project, for this highlight at the K-Show. We're very, very proud to have it here, and have a nice evening today.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Thank
Richard.
you.